Animal Crossing is known for its cutesy animal characters and for the most part, relaxing plot that involves you moving to a new place to start a life of leisure. But what if things were different? Today, we're looking at a game called Rental. Upon loading up the game, you'll find yourself looking at a familiar art style, but something seems off. You and your family just moved, but instead of being greeted by a raccoon and then immediately going into crippling debt to him, you're met with your mother sending you on a quest to find the rental man, presumably the character who is letting you and your family vacation at their mountainside Airbnb. Like any good video game protagonist, you enter the house. This first bit of dialogue in the home is what we all think when we play a survival horror game, let's just be honest. And we're off to find the rental man. The camera in this game is very reminiscent of old survival games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, which isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I actually think it adds to the atmosphere. Or maybe it's just nostalgia. The first bit of the game doesn't really let you explore until you find the rental man, spamming you with the same instructions if you try interacting with any of the objects in the house. We finally find him in what I'm assuming is his room, and to be honest, he kind of jump scared me here, which really isn't hard to do. He tells us that he's been trapped in the house for a while, and when we try to stranger danger his ass, he shares with us the unfortunate reality that we may never get out of here either. Unless we perform an exorcism on the house? I guess this is still a better plot than anything Blumhouse has come up with recently. The rental man gives us a list of things we'll need. 6 crosses, a woman behind bars, some angry man, 3 candles, and... okay. It looks like he's not going to tell us the last part, instead letting us know we can find it in some hidden room that totally exists. I mean, just look at him. That's a face you can trust. Alright boys and girls, time to do some scavenger hunting. Should be pretty easy, but just hold on to that thought. 1 down, however many to go. I forgot, to be honest, plus we don't even know what the last item or items are, so yeah, leave me alone, shut up. The next bit of the game is just finding the necessary items for the ritual and exploring this mysterious rental house. You get a sick roast in there as well. Okay, add a key to the list? Sure, why not? I think now's a perfect time to take a nap, honestly, seeing as how we're probably never getting out anyway. Similar to Animal Crossing, you can even drip out your character if you really want to, with this cool little necklace, I guess. Whenever I read something like this, I instantly go into flight or flight mode, and no, I didn't butcher the saying, I will run away before I try to fight anything most of the time I play survival horror. Luckily, nothing starts chasing me, so I continue on my silly little quest. Another item down, and this time it looks like an angry portrait of Jesus, but to me it just looks like he's giving us his best The Rock impression. There's not much at the back of the home, but there is another ritual item, the woman behind bars. The rental man's room is where we find the key we're looking for, which leads us to the cross thingy. I proceeded to play the rest of this part of the game like I play most survival horror games, aimlessly wandering until I either die or accidentally find the next item or place I'm supposed to visit. And this is where we're introduced to the creature haunting the house. Oh god, oh no, it's a furry. By instinct, I take a leisurely stroll to the wardrobe, but it doesn't seem like you can actually hide in it, and I immediately feel that much more helpless. I'm not gonna lie, it already takes me a little while to figure these games out, but all logic and strategy go out the window when I know I'm being stalked. And this thing follows you around for the rest of this part of the game. Always remember to check your couch cushions for exorcism candles, I guess. I don't think I've ever seen anyone describe a furniture item as too meaty, and honestly I hate it. Yeah, I think at this point this is the least surprising thing. This bit of dialogue is either a fun self-jab or gives us a hint that this might not even be a real experience, and paired with the floating table, it's not a wild assessment to make. We find another 2 candles near the front door on this sink, I think? Surely we're getting close to gathering everything now, right? Nothing of note in the kitchen except for this sick burn. Get fucked, little bro. The creature stalking us gets close a couple of times, but I don't think it can actually harm us. I even tried walking into the space that it was occupying before vanishing to test it, And yeah, nothing happened, so that kind of ruined some of the fear aspect of the game, and I found myself feeling a bit less on edge after. Remember when I said there was nothing important in the kitchen?
Liar!
And then some weird chime. But what does it mean? No, seriously, just tell me, I'm way too stupid for this. At this point here, I think the entity was trying to guide me, but I, being me, just wanted nothing to do with it and wandered aimlessly for another little while before I noticed the brand new door. This had to be the secret room, surely. Okay, also, remember when I told you to hold on to that thought about this being easy? Get ready to experience the most nausea-inducing part of the entire game. We enter the labyrinth, the walls mirrors that make navigating that much more tedious. Right away, we come across another cross. Jesus, that's a tongue twister. And this kickstarts another quest. We have to find 2 more crosses. And that would be swell and all if I didn't get a headache navigating this fucking labyrinth. The second cross wasn't too bad, and I found it almost instantly after the first one. I even managed to find the door we needed just a minute or so after that. But man, that last cross, I spent 10 minutes looking for the damn thing. And that may not sound like a lot of time, but when it's 10 minutes of this, I felt like I was walking for hours, and I think that was the goal, so good job devs. This was probably the most unnerving part of the game, in my opinion. When I finally found the last cross and made my way back to the door, we were transported to the ritual room. Eerie, but at least the mirrors are gone. And now, it is time. We rearrange our hall and prep the ritual circle. Finally, we can cleanse the home and see our family again. Pirika, Pirilala, Poporina, Peperuto. We're safe. Except... we were never in any danger at all. It was all just a daydream, right? Overall, Rental was a unique little game. According to the reviews, you can finish this game in as little as 10 minutes. I'm assuming that's after the first run, which took me about 30, but maybe I'm just bad. Still, I got the achievement for finishing the game within 10 minutes for some reason, so maybe I'm good? Regardless, it's free on Steam, so the only thing you're putting into it is a good half hour, maybe a little more if you want to do multiple runs and unlock all the achievements. It's worth checking out if you're into obscure indie horror games. Well, that's about all I had for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed, feel free to stick around. I'd love to have you here on the channel. This was a pretty short game, and I plan on covering similar games in the future, as well as some longer content, so keep an eye out for that. And I will see you in the next one.